Hello, and welcome back to Kontrol Energy's YouTube. Here with me again is Paul Ghezzi, the CEO of Kontrol Energy, here to give more updates and insights into the company. How's your evening tonight, Paul, and how are the holidays going for you so far?
Things are great. Our holiday season starts mid next week, so lots of work to be done for sure, but looking forward to the break as well.
Yep, and it's also the end of the year, so it is really crunch time.
It is.
All right, so let's get into talking about then the year 2019. What did Kontrol Energy accomplish in 2019?
So if you think about where we started from 2017 to the end of 2018, we completed 4 acquisitions. And 2019 was an important year of integrating those acquisitions and putting an organic growth platform together. So in 2019, there were no acquisitions, a strong focus on organic growth, building a platform and scaling, and bringing on what we call institutional global customers such as Toyota. And we look forward to announcing a few more next year, early in the year. But 2019 was really what we call our year of integration, bringing everything together and putting up some very good organic growth numbers.
I see. Myself and everybody is really excited to hear about those partnerships, I'm sure. And when you say international, so you mean these companies are global companies then?
Yeah, so what we've realized about our business is if we can develop partnerships with global institutions or globally recognized brands with global footprints, it allows us to scale much more quickly with our solutions, our technology, and our services. And that's really been a key area of focus for 2019, and we plan to really pursue that more aggressively in 2020.
Sounds good. You also mentioned organic growth potential?
So 2019, our organic growth was north of 20%, closer to 25. And what that represents is the 4 acquisitions coming together and us finding cross-revenue opportunities. And I think there's much more of that to come. And in 2020, we may have a few acquisitions that we're looking at. But at this point, we're not really focused on acquisitions. We're focused on driving organic growth, which in the end is really what the public markets want to see is strong organic growth year over year and quarter over quarter.
And this next question, I don't mean for it to hurt, but some investors don't understand why your stock is so low relative to your potential. Do you have any thoughts on that?
That's a great question. So, typically I don't focus on share price as a measure of our success. And what's happened in the public markets, to be blunt and honest, is there's such a short-term focus and, week to week, it doesn't really matter. But I know investors, think about it that way. We think about our business from a much longer-term perspective, creating shareholder value. We're the largest shareholder, so management and the board own the majority of the common shares in terms of public float, so we're at 47%. And we think about long-term value, trading well through the shares. The public market investors tend to think much more short-term. But what's happened with Kontrol is we've spent the last 3 years focused on executing our business plan, and we're really not that well known. And so I've made it, part of my mandate, starting in Q4 this year and rolling out to next year, is to tell our story more to a broader audience, including Canada and the US. And I think as people get to know us and understand our story and we continue to execute, the share price will start to reflect the value that we're building in the business. And there can be a disconnect in the short term versus the long term. But at the end of the day, my view is any successful business has to be able to deliver and execute, grow their revenue and grow their earnings. And I think the share price will follow. But it's a great question and one that I get quite often. So thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, you could say that all's well that ends well, and now it's time for the curtain to rise, so to speak.
Yeah, so I think, when you're a small cap or a micro cap, there really is a duality that you have to manage, and that is you got to grow your business and you got to tell your story. So if you're just a story without a business, that's very short term. But if you're growing your business and no one knows you, that's the other side of it. So we really do understand the value of, now that we're at this point, we've executed, we've reached a certain level, we've put the points on the board. We really do need to get out there and tell our story more. And that really is part of my focus, this quarter and going forward into next year.
2019 was a great year, but now its time is up. So what does 2020 look like?
So as we talked about, 2019 was all about integrating the platform. 2020 is about scaling that platform with our new vertical. So that includes the Toyota partnership and scaling that into the US. It includes the partnership in Saudi Arabia and quoting on lots of opportunities. It includes the plant-based meat substitute opportunity we have in scaling that, and opening up new verticals for our software, our hardware, our solutions. And we're quite excited about 2020. There's lots on the go, lots of potential. And our goal is to drive, of course, the revenues much higher and grow the earnings. And hopefully the share price will follow when we execute.
So then what plans do you have for sharing Kontrol Energy to a bigger audience next year?
So part of my mandate next year is to do much more work in the US. So we'll have likely two USA roadshows and a number of small cap conferences where we'll be showcasing the Kontrol story. And that's something we really haven't done much of, and something we want to do more of. And we think the US is a much more natural market, given some of the customer acquisitions that we've won and some of the brand names that we'll be announcing probably in the new year. I think that will really fit a strong roadshow and a small cap conference presence.
I agree. It's time for Kontrol to take over the US.
That would be nice.
So what are you most excited about as the CEO and also a major shareholder?
That's a great question. So I am the CEO, but also I do think of myself every day as a shareholder, and I have a big position in the company. I look forward to the company's success. What I'm excited about is the platform we've built is now ready to scale much larger, and we want to execute on that vision. So when we started Kontrol, late 2016, we said within 5 years, which takes us to the end of 2021, we want to be a 100 million revenue company. And that's just, call that a corporate goal and part of our vision and mission statement. And I really do believe we're on track to do that. And we're on track to deliver that growth. And that has me very excited about the potential. And the other part of what gets us excited is, the services that we offer, the technologies that we offer are making a big difference in terms of reducing energy and reducing emissions. And that gets us excited about the future of our business and the future of our planet being a strong sustainability driver through our business and serving our customers. So all those things have me really pumped for 2020 and beyond. And we feel that we're in a great place to execute on that vision.
So then, when can we expect to have a real deep dive into these global partnerships?
So I think early in the new year, January 2020 in Q1, we'll be in a position to announce some new partnerships and some very exciting opportunities for Kontrol, including the Toyota partnership, the Saudi Arabia, and the plant-based meat substitute industry. And also we've made inroads into other sectors and other markets. And I think next year is going to be an exciting year to announce new partnerships, new brands. And of course, we always have to be careful and not get too in front of the opportunities, but we are scaling into different verticals and in different markets, segments, and different global partnerships. And I think we'll start being able to share those in January of 2020.
Awesome. I look forward to it, Paul. Once again, thank you for coming on, and look forward to talking to you again next week. Have a happy new year.
For all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Don't be afraid to join the Telegram, everybody. We've been having some good discussions in there, and I'll see you next time.